Welcome back to a new video, and we're gonna kick off this video by picking up the car at after the manifold build from Jalkelid. Hello. So let's see if he's home. Hello. Sänker du?
Ja?
Sänker du?
Ja, fan vad jag kan inte sänka ju.
Hallå, ja?
Hallå?
So look at this, guys. Super nice. And Jalkelid has put his signature on here with this pipe straight up through the hood. Otherwise he wouldn't build the exhaust, he told me, so yeah, we'll see about that. If we can fit the silencer here, maybe. So we just got the car back home and pushed in the garage. So now we can start to firstly weld in the transmission tunnel and then start with all the all the pressure piping from the turbo and from the intake manifold. So that looks super nice, and I can't say it enough, but he did an awesome job. Yeah, he did an awesome job. It's looking super good. And I have also finally got our new lights up in the roof. So I had those lights, I bought them I think 1.5 years ago, and they've been standing out there in the corner. But now when the car were out from the garage, I took the time, and it took me about an hour to wire them up. So I mean, I've been waiting on it for 1.5 years, and it takes an hour to do it. I also switched so we can, yeah, if it's too bright, but it's super nice light finally. So yeah, it's time to start working with that. We're gonna mount the bash bar and the Wagner tuning intercooler right away, and then just let's crank on. So super nice to have the car back. Super nice that he did it so freaking fast. I did leave the car Thursday evening, and today's Monday, so it's super nice service to build the exhaust manifold. So that's nice. So we got the front bash bar on and our Wagner tuning intercooler. So this intercooler is a 3-inch thick. So this is not a normal bar and plate, this is a competition tube. So it's more like a tube that goes over here. So this means more efficient cooling of the air more for the competition side. Just do like this, and you can see inside the intercooler it is actually a wall that simply forces the air to split, and that wall goes all the way to the middle of the intercooler, so you actually forces the air to go on the low side as well. So hopefully this will give us better intake temperatures, because that is basically the only problem we've been having temperature wise ever. The cooling system with the radiator in the rear and the fuel lines and the fan we have in the rear on the E46, never ever the car has been warm or anything. So the only problem we've been having is a bit of a high intake temperature, so hopefully this will help us to keep that low. So that's a super nice addition, and a big thank you to Wagner Tuning for jumping on board this project. So it's super nice to have all these killer parts. I mean, a super nice intercooler, the FHT Garrett turbo, Jalke leads manifold, together with CP Carrillo, ACL, and all the parts that goes into the engine, and Sjöberg Motorsport is building the engine and all the stuff. So there is really no expense spared. So it's, yeah, we have tried our very best to use the best brands possible and to actually get it to work. We believe that it is on paper this concept should work. So yeah, so that's what we plan. You know, keep it on paper as bulletproof as possible, and then yeah, we'll see if we fuck up or not. And we have these brackets, CNC plasma cut by Fredrik, Carlsson's Tekniska, and also the bracket that the intercooler stands on is also from Fredrik. So we have plenty of room here to more or less build a straight pipe straight to the turbo, and here it will go a bit up and straight into the intake. So fairly simple and very easy and short pipes. So I just had to try out our brand new from CBS Racing valve covers. So this looks so fresh. So they're brand new from Toyota. So cool that you still can buy every single part brand new from Toyota, super nice, and that will look stunning. So if you need any part for your 2JZ engine, make sure to check out CBS Racing and their shop. They have almost everything in stock for great prices and quick delivery, so yeah, go check them out. Yeah, so we're probably gonna use this flange here from Ellison Drifting to weld it on like this, and then we're probably gonna grind down the intake so it actually fits better. So as you can see, we just got our new BC Racing ER series coilovers. They are delivered by E92, who supports us this season with AN fittings, hoses for the full car, the BC Racing coilovers, and a lot of stuff. So he has very many parts for your build. So go into an88.se to see his web shop, and he has basically everything: oil coolers, hoses, AN fittings, dampers, yeah, a lot of parts for the motorsport build. So go check that out. Now we're gonna mount the front coilover, and hopefully everything fits as it should. And just like that, we have our coilover mounted. So super easy installation. The only thing we did that I forgot to actually film was that we changed the BC Racing top mount to the Wisefab top mount, obviously. But otherwise, super easy installation. Drops in there, 4 bolts and you have it in, as it should be with a coilover. ECU master. So I think you can guess what we have in it. But we'll unpack it and see what fun we got here. That's all the nice ECU Master products. So we've been using ECU Master now since 2019 with the support from ECU Master. Super nice, and the service from both ECU Masters HQ in Poland and from Rasmus Möller at PSI Motor here in Sweden is just superb. So we're gonna go through them a little bit just to show you what we have and what the plan is for them. So firstly and most importantly, we have all the merchandise. So some t-shirts, keychains. We also got these air fresheners, like their advanced display units. So we can have the car smell good. And next we have a wiring loom. So it's a pre-terminated engine loom. It's terminated on the ECU side, and then you simply pull the cables out and connect them in the connectors on the engine side. Some accessories here. This is a GPS to CAN, so we actually can get the GPS speed. We can get some telemetry from it. Then we have, which is a CAN bus keyboard. It's pretty much the same as we use in the E46, but this is with 12 buttons. Yeah, this is with 12 buttons. In the E46 we only have 8, so we notice that we need 4 more for some extra stuff. So those are super nice, and those are also just connected to the CAN bus system. So basically you have a power, a earth connector and CAN bus. And then you're good to go. So super easy installation, 4 cables, and you're good to go. Next up we have the nice and new battery isolator. So basically this is a kill switch, you could say, for the battery. Also super nice, super neat. A small connector here, which is a super small connector, but that goes into your switch in the front and a switch on the outside, and this basically kills the battery from the car. So you have plus wire going here and then through to the car, and when you push the button, it makes the car completely down on power. So no power going through the car. That is not just necessary, it's also a a point in the regulations what we need to have on the cars. Then we have the ECU, our EMU Black. Standard stuff that I think most of you know about, but we're gonna open it and we're gonna show you anyway. So this is very nice. They are small, easy to work with, super nice product, super reliable. Then going through, we have two PMU16, basically because in the E46 we also, as with the CAN keyboard, we noticed that one was on the low side with the connectors. We have 16 outputs, which is enough in the E46, but it is just barely enough, and it is super nice to actually have these ones mounted, one in front that controls everything in the front, and then we're going to mount one in the back that controls everything in the back, like fuel pumps, lights and all that stuff. And the same thing here is that these are connected via CAN bus, so they will talk to each other via CAN bus, and therefore we will have no problem to, it will basically be like 132 models PMU, so they talk with each other via CAN bus, so super easy. Same there, super nice. You have these LEDs here that tell you the status on the output. Then we're going to the most visible part on this system. It's the advanced display unit. So it's a 7-inch dash basically. I'm gonna unpack it and show you. It's the same dash as we use in the E46 as well. I mean, just look at it. It has a anti-glare display, a connector on the back, and it has these LED lights here. This is the rev limiter, rev light, shift light. For example, we have lights on this side, which basically lights on with outputs. So you could have, for example, if the EGT is hot or if the water temp is hot, these could light up. Or if you have a ALS system on, one of those will light up. So you could get a lot of information from just the LEDs, other than the information you actually get on the display. And this is a full digital display, so it's very nice and it's customizable. You could basically, like an iPad, you can customize the look of the gauges and all that stuff. Same with this, it's also CAN bus control, so everything we need to power up this is a 12 volt, a earth connector, and the CAN bus. And then we have this talking with all the other products. Then we have our EGT to CAN. So if you like to use EGTs on your engine, you can have them input here, and same there over to CAN bus. Then we have our USB to CAN, which basically is where we connect our cable to program the CAN bus system. Then we have our EDL data logger. So this is a separate routed data logger with a separate normal SD card, or it's an SD adapter. You have a micro SD card. I think that's kind of nice as well. Something that the logger should be directly in the ECU, and I can understand that, but I think it's quite nice that we can actually pretty fast, if we need some information from the car, and let's say I'm on a practice session, I could just go in, throw this to the guy on the computer and put a new one in, and I can go out and still have full data logging, and they can, meanwhile, they can actually check all the parameters, see that stuff, so you don't miss any time on track. So I think it's, while installed, it's absolutely no downside of having this like a own part. I think it's super nice. Same thing here in the E46, we have this mounted up beside the steering wheel. When it comes to practice session, it's very tight with time. So maybe I feel something that I just want them to make a quick check, so it's okay to drive. Then I could just go into the paddock, give them the SD card, take a new one. I can go and put myself in the queue again, and then they can take it up on the laptop and talk to me via the radio and tell me that yeah, everything looks great, nothing to worry about, probably was something you just felt, or they can tell me that you have to come in, we have too much boost, or we have no oil pressure, or whatever it is. But it is actually saving time for those possible moments when you actually need to just quickly switch the card and go back out, because it is a huge difference in some championships by being first out in the queue or last. Because if you're first out, you could drive your lap and then be back in the queue before the last guy actually comes out from the paddock. So it's important. You can get a few laps extra if you're always there. So a super shout out to ECU Master to once again enter this with us for the 2022 season, for this new build. So it's super mesmerizing to have that system on both cars. Just mind-blowing. Yeah, super much. I appreciate it a lot. So thank you to ECU Master, thank you to PSI Motor, thank you to Rasmus Möller, Pony Drift and all that stuff, for everyone who makes this a reality, to say. So yeah. So we just painted the gearbox tunnel and the transmission tunnel. Looks super nice, and you can't actually see that we have had that cut off from our full painted car. Yeah, it looks like brand new, super nice. And I once again have to clean the garage. If it's one thing for sure, it is that I'm super good in creating a mess. So yeah, I have to clean it up, because the next step will be to start wiring up all the electricity, start to put all the brake lines, put together the engine, who just arrived from Sjöberg Motorsport. So we have a busy schedule, and tomorrow we will be 4 guys cranking on. So yeah, I have to clean up here so it's room for everyone. So yeah, wish me luck with this crap. Morgon.
Morgon.
So guys, as you can see, things are moving forward quite fast. We have 2 weeks until our own deadline, so that's quite a tight schedule, but we hope we can make it work. So 2 weeks. We have the dyno tuning booked the weekend 19 and 20 of Mars, so it is tight. I mean, we have the engine still in parts here, still have the mock-up engine, we still have a lot of work to do, we still have the full electric wiring to do. So Sebbe started with to wiring up all the boxes, started measuring the cables. So what we've done so far is the connector who sits on the inside of the car in the bulkhead. You see that hole in there. Lucas is now stealing my steering wheel.
Mine now!
Yeah, it's yours now, okay. Yeah, he's gonna put that in the simulator so he can start practicing as well. and maybe I can get a few laps in the simulator. So I think soon enough maybe I won't have a car anymore either. I think he might steal the car. Yeah, so you think you're gonna start drifting?
Yeah.
That's your plan?
Yeah, this is nice.
This is nice, yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, so he's lately he's getting more and more interested in the drifting, and he's now gonna start practicing in the simulator, which he already has done and actually can drift a little bit. So that's super fun. Maybe I will get some competition in the future from the family. It's a good thing though that we soon have 2 cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah. So I also put soon. Just a few weeks.
Okay, I thought months.
Yeah, it might be a month, but I hope a few weeks. Yeah, so we also have installed all the Valbro fuel pumps in our radium fuel tank. So we did install 3 pumps and 1 lift pump. That's basically because we're gonna have the 3rd one as a spare pump. So if anyone would fail, we can simply either switch them in the ECU or lift the cables over to the 3rd connector. So yeah, things are going fast forward, but the time is also going fast forward. So we are maybe running out of time, but 2 weeks from now is the plan to have the car mechanically done, up and running, and ready for dyno tuning. So fingers crossed. Do you think we'll make it? Tell us in the comments. Super nice. Thank you guys for watching. Now I might not be done because now I have no steering wheel.
You can drive.
I can't drive without a steering wheel.
Oh, you can't drive anyways. Not yet.
I don't have an engine.
That's true.
That's true. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to comment and tell us if you think that we are gonna make it. Tell us if you think Lucas will make a great drift driver in the future. Tell us what you think about the car. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, comment. See you guys in the next one.
First time I heard you say that like that. Every YouTuber I've seen that sim drift, they have like an actual shifter, so you have to go there, then go like.
Yeah, we go more the pro version. The pro way you have in the sequential gearbox right away. Yeah, so we have 2 of these. One is for the handbrake. One is the gear changer.
I do most handbrake entries.
Yeah.
I don't really do flick entries.
Okay, you should try both.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we use the steering wheel, a normal steering wheel on this adapter.
Yeah.
That Team Stripes Drifting actually made for us. So it fits the Thrustmaster steering, the Thrustmaster base, and then a normal 350mm steering wheel. So that's nice.
Getting a new one soon, maybe.
You're gonna order your own one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for tuning.
Yeah, cool. See ya.
See ya.
Bye bye YouTube.
Bye bye. Where are you?